Hello, my friends, and welcome back to All Ages Geek, or agonizing TV, where we cry, where we have emotional breakdowns, and we just appreciate stories for what they are. Or AG TV for short. We stand for fandom positivity and uniting the geeks of all ages. And today, this is our review of My Hero Academia Season 1. Episode 5. If you'd like to see the reaction, it is already up on the All Ages Geek Hub, and it's in the link in the description down below and on the pinned comment. So overall, I love this episode. Why? Because there's a lot of doubting that went into it. A lot of people still do doubt Deku, even the professors. And as a professor, you should not doubt your students. You should always be there to understand. But I want to know what Aizawa, why he is the way he is, why he is thinking this way about his quirk, why he's calling him useless or anything. Because either that's just his way of teaching, or maybe something happened in his past. I'm not sure, but overall I love him as a character and as a professor, but at the same time I don't agree with him with how he was treating Deku, but still there are going to be reasons why he is the way he is, and he has his backstory, and that's something that we can look forward to. So I like him how his entrance was when he's literally, as you see on the screen, he is literally like in a cocoon or something. He is so funny. His entrance, he was just like, oh, I'm your professor. So I can't wait to learn about his backstory. Can't wait to learn about why he is how he is, who he is as the character, and what inspired him, and if he knows, like he said, he knew All Might. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, about how he knows All Might and why he judges All Might the way he does. Maybe they graduated together, maybe they went to school together, I don't know, but I'm just again theorizing and also guessing over everything. My thoughts about this episode overall, the pacing was perfect. Now, what I love about this season 2 is it's very slow. I for one prefer slow series, because when it goes slow, you get to be able to go into the lore, you get to go into the world and feel like you're really there. And of course, Deku gets with the two people that he does not like. I mean, I wouldn't say not like, but like in a way bullied him. But now people are looking differently at Deku because of how he was with the exam, except for Kacchan. Kacchan still has this angst with him, but that backstory, that's not the backstory, the flashback. The flashback was very powerful when he held him up against the wall, and then Deku stood up for himself. He stood up for himself, which again inspires us to be that person, to be like, you know what, we're gonna stand up for our bullies. And when Deku even said it, which is so true, because we got Kacchan, who has extremely unlimited power, which I want to know where he got that power from. I mean, overall, I mean, like, you just look at the boy, he's like, what? They're freshmen in high school now, but you want to know where he got this power. Whether he trained himself so hard and like immensely enough because of like family troubles at home, or people are pushing him too much. And I swear to God, if I had a quirk, I would kill the people outside right now because literally there's so much noise. This happens all the time. But overall, I really want to learn more about Kacchan too, about why he got this power, who he inherited it from, or I mean, necessarily he was born with it, but who made him train like a crazy person? Because how he judges people, obviously the kid was either pushed his limits or he got bullied at home. Because, you know, usually with bullies, they're bullied at home, or in a sense, they are treated like crap and looked down upon by somebody who is maybe not just family member, but somebody like a relative, or like a friend, or even a mentor. Maybe he has a mentor that treated. But overall, I liked how his reaction was. He kind of got mad because he feels like he can't bother Deku anymore. He can't control him, you know? And when you feel like you can't control somebody, it's like that power just pulses through your veins, and being like, especially if you're a control freak, when people start standing up for themselves, he's like, he can't have that person to like cling to anymore. I feel as if Kacchan really does cling to Deku, because I can't wait to learn more about their backstory and how long they've really known each other. And as we saw, even the first episode, he was getting bullied by him. So it's been going on for years, even back in when he was probably in elementary school, or even far beyond that. But also Deku's mother, when she said, I am proud of you, I'm like, oh my God, she started crying. That wasn't just saying, I'm proud of you. That was a mother saying that my son has finally reached his dream. And it's like a crying of relief, you know, as that's why his reaction, in my opinion, again, because again, this is just my opinions here about this episode. When his eyes widened like that, as you see on the screen, when his eyes widened like that, and his mother was crying, he had that reaction because it wasn't just that, I'm so proud of you, you do your best. No, she was crying because she was relieved. And you guys actually did tell me that she blames herself for Deku. And you said that's probably why she did gain the weight, because she like put that much pressure on herself, blaming herself that why does my son have this disability? Why can't he have a quirk? In a way, she blamed herself, which again is like a good mother, but still I feel like she shouldn't have done that, because I want to hug her and tell her everything's okay, just like her son. But she was crying, and it wasn't like instead of him being like, wow, thanks mom, it was just like his reaction to it. Her saying I'm proud of you wasn't again saying, son, I'm proud that you reached your goals. No, in a way, it was relief. Relief rushed over her, because finally she sees her son where he wants to be. And again, when you are a parent, you want to see what is best for your kids. You want to do what is best for your kids. And when you see them reach their goals, you're like, whoosh, it just goes over you like that, because it's again, they finally reached their goals. And just like how I am with Deku, it's like, I feel like I am her in a sense, saying like, I'm proud of you, because I'm even relieved. I'm so relieved that he actually reached these goals, because if he didn't, I'm sure he would have a mental breakdown or do something that he hates. Another thing to note, and what I took notice of, is there's a kid who kind of looks, let's make a comparison on the screen, like Prince Zuko. You saw that scar? He has similarities with Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Who is he? I want to know him. I got to learn about all these like the students and classmates, and hopefully nobody does get expelled, because I would be sad, because like that guy who looks like he's a bunch of grapes or something, he's so adorable. Their designs, these characters' designs are amazing. You get the pink girl, she's so cute. You get the buff guy whose arms are really long, and you get the girl who looks like she's a frog or a chameleon or something. Like, these designs of these characters are so freaking original, and the aesthetics to this series makes it even better, because even when when All Might and Deku were on the beach and they changed their outfits, what I always love saying is when characters do change their outfits, uniforms don't count, but when they go hang out or they have summer vacation or they're just like chilling with each other, when they change their outfits, I absolutely adore it, because that's the aesthetics to it. When a character wears the same outfit all the time, it gets like too much for you, unless it's like battle type of gear or a uniform, because you really can't change that. I love when they change outfits, because it's aesthetically pleasing, and also it feels more real. You know, like in real life, we change outfits. We always change outfits, unless you're a streamer and you don't have legs. But I have legs today. But again, another thing that I really loved is how All Might is so in awe with Deku. He's so in awe with him, because it's like, wow, how did you think of this? So Deku, yes, he has the power now, but he has an advantage over people. He has his mind. He has his smarts, and he can outwit and outsmart everyone. Now Kacchan, he has his powers. He can outwit him with his powers. But Deku, if Deku gets stronger and can like control his abilities with his powers and his quirk, then I think he could be even stronger than Kacchan, because Kacchan relies on his brute force, you know, and his strength. But Deku relies more on just himself and his instincts, and also his mind. And the mind is a very powerful tool, because he went like this and then let it go through his finger. That was so, like, you get to think in the moment too. But when he said it was something that's very relatable to me, and a lot of people, probably you guys too, is he has to put in more work than anybody else out there. He has to put in 120% work, while everybody else is just doing like 100% or 80% or something. But he has to put in that effort and that dedication in order to succeed. And he is not gonna give up on that. And I'm glad that he's getting more of a bit of a confidence, because even instead of crying and breaking down and doubting himself, which he still kind of does, but it's gotten a little better, he's saying like, no, somebody, like, even when he was sticking up to Kacchan, like a hero told me, somebody I looked up to told me that I could still be a hero. And he's using All Might as an example. He's using All Might and everyone else who like really inspire him as an example, because he does not want to quit. And he even said, which I love, and I will always love this scene when he threw that ball. He even said that, again, what I'm saying though, with the whole working even more of a percentage than anybody else, he said he's not gonna give up. Like, he can't give up, because he's worked so hard for this. He's come so far, and he doesn't want to throw everything away. So even if everybody doubts you in life and everyone's putting you down, take Deku as an example. He really stands up for the misfits of the world, and this is why I love him as a protagonist. He's not the type of protagonist who gets all the powers. He's not the type of protagonist who is the favorite. He's not the protagonist who changes into like 50 different things at once and gets the strongest. No. He is the type of protagonist that has to work, that has to put in that goddamn work and just check that in while everybody else can just lollygag around and just be like loitering around, just having fun. He has to put in that work. And you know what? Hard work, dedication, and passion really truthfully do pay off. There's gonna be times when you feel exhausted. There's gonna be times when you wanna quit. But don't you quit, because you might have to go slow and steady. Your career path might be like as slow as a snail's pace. But listen to me here. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race. As the tortoise and the hare, when that book that taught us that when the hare was all like, I'm gonna run circles around you and I'm gonna win, and then he took that nap because he thought the tortoise wasn't gonna win. The tortoise ended up winning because he was patient and he took his time and he built up in order to win. He didn't listen to what the hare was saying. He would just keep going slow and steady, and he won. So that's why it's same with Deku. He's gonna win in the end. He's gonna be a great hero. As it even said, I became the best hero in the world. He is going to be a wonderful hero because he did not give up. And he's gonna work his butt off. He's gonna work his freaking butt off in order to reach these goals. And that is why he is such an inspirational character and somebody that I myself can truly look up to. It's not always the heroes that are macho and buff or the heroes that always get the strongest powers or people who we can look up to. It's the people who truthfully admit defeat or truthfully admit their flaws. Those are the people who we can truthfully look up to in the end, because that is human. And he's a very human character, and that is something that I really love about My Hero Academia, because it sticks up for the misfits of the world. It's not just the people with the power or the people with the good looks or the people who are just like being able to gain everything overnight. No, it focuses on the character who we, like us misfits in the world, who have to work hard in order to get our goals. And this is why I love My Hero Academia. And this is why I'm always gonna love it. I'm always gonna love it because, and it's only episode 5 and I'm addicted to this already. But anyway guys, I would love to know if you have any quirks. Like, what would your quirk be? And do you have any OCs from My Hero Academia? What would your quirk be? I would love to know, because I love role playing. I'm obsessed with it. I've been role playing for over 15 years now, and I want to know if you have any OCs. I'm very passionate about that. I'm very passionate about going into worlds and experiencing it with you guys. But anyway, my friends, I hope you have an amazing day. You stay safe out there. You stay weird, you stay wonderful, and you stay awesome, my friends. And until the next video, embrace your fangirl and you're a fanboy every single day. Yeah.